why have your post-NBA career be this way as opposed to being more involved with the Lakers or anything else that you could do? Like,
it's important to do what you have serious interest in doing.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you love to do. I love telling stories. I love, inspiring kids or providing them with tools that are going to help them, right? And the two vehicles, the two ways to do it is through information or inspiration. Mm-hmm. Nothing moves without one of those two things. And so I do information in a tactical sense from what I've learned from the game of basketball through detail. That is my way of giving back, not just to the game of basketball, but just to sport. When I can have some of the all-time greats from their different industries, Peyton Manning, Cormier, and some of these other big names that are coming down the road, give back to their game by sharing their insight and their knowledge at a very high level. So that's information for the next generation that can watch it at 13, 14, 15 years old and gain insight that might have taken us 20 years to get. Right? So that gives them a leg up. Then the other part of it is inspiration through our stories, through our series. How can we teach kids to process very complex things at an early age so that it gives them a leg up on life?
Point you made is, on one hand, you had an audience because of who you are, but on another hand, there was, I guess, some skepticism because of the newness of it. How did you kind of try to sift through all that?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's different. I mean, because the book market is, it's like hardcore basketball fans, man. You have like your few that are really passionate about it, or like in music, you have really hardcore hip hop fans that it's hard for you to penetrate that area. It's the same thing with books. You have librarians, you have people that are seriously into books and literature, and now here I come, and they're like, yeah, okay, another celebrity is like trying to do a book, that's cute, sort of thing. And, it was important to get writers that were established and editors that were established and like really love what they do, and that helps a little bit within the industry. And then them seeing the passion for the books that we make and the stories that we tell, and, over time, they can see that we take the art very seriously.
So where would you rank these trophies that you have behind you?
Well, they're at the top for me. It's not something that was expected. As a kid, you kind of have the goal of winning championships and doing these sorts of things, right? And being in the industry that I'm in now, it wasn't something that was thought of. Like winning an Oscar wasn't something that was like, oh, I want to win an Oscar one day, And it certainly wasn't something that people expected of me. You expect kind of you're a basketball player, you're an athlete, that's it, that's all. I don't know what you're going to do when you retire. You're going to be, you're going to go through a state of depression, and you're going to have an identity crisis because, these are all things that were said to me because people were like genuinely concerned. And so to be able to transition and be able to do these sorts of things it's at the top of the list.
I think a lot of, at least, the Lower Merion folks and the writers and some of the Lakers, I think they're intrigued of like, what's next on your bucket list? What would you say that is? I mean, 5-10 years with everything you're doing?
Well, our challenge now is taking books and making them into films, feature films, and in series. Some of which will be animated, some of which will be live action. So it's figuring out how to do that while understanding that owning the intellectual property is absolutely essential. Mm-hmm. And so that's our challenge. It's been fun to figure out the journey, but also extremely frustrating because things don't move as fast as you want them to, but that's okay.